How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel, and we are back with Heinz-Harald Frentzen and his Jordan on his quest to get Jordan's missing championship, or Jordan's lost championship. It was a very, very difficult season opener in Melbourne. We finished dead last of all the finishers. Well, it was 20th overall. We did come into a bit of a tussle at the back with the arrows, not the tussle we want to be in, but Pedro de la Brundle is possibly the new villain of this story arc that we're going on just now. He was certainly he almost killed us, let's be honest, going right into the side pod of Jordan. He was very belligerent with his when it came to getting out of the way, and the way that he didn't get out of the way, just ran right through us because we were on the racing line. Just ran right through us, as we've had our first spin and our second spin here. So the back of the Jordan is a bit leery. It is we keep losing the back end of the Jordan as we start our qualification laps here at Interlagos. Very big hill that is, maybe slightly exaggerated for the size of the hill that's there in real life. By slightly, I mean very much exaggerated. I've never seen it that high. But as we come through Interlagos, for those who have been watching previous series, know that it's not my favourite of tracks. It's not one of the ones I don't. It's not one of the ones I hate, but I don't normally go very well around here. It's the middle section that always really catches me out. Although that last corner there caught me out a bit. Yeah, we did win with Ricardo Rossi last time out in Tyrrell's last dance. And we had did we win with Damon? We might have won with Damon actually. We finished second with Damon because I had the very dramatic final lap where I thought I had passed Mickey Hakkinen at the very end. It turned out I'd only passed a Minardi back marker. So I finished second. I thought I'd been robbed, and then I realised that the Minardi and the McLarens looked very similar when we were racing past them. The lack of chrome on the Minardi didn't deter me from thinking I had passed Mickey Hakkinen there. So here we go. So Ralf Schumacher, formerly of this parish, is currently in provisional pole, but we are a second better off than him this time round. We haven't spun to this point, which is good. But we did run a bit wide, and we have stopped dead on the track there, so we'll see how that's going to affect us. We are not still getting used to how the car handles in this game. F1 Racing Championship is the game that we're playing. For those joining us for the first time, this is for the PlayStation. Yes, we've lost 5 seconds. So this is the PlayStation 1 version that we're playing here. Cars look a bit longer than they did in real life, but overall, it's actually quite a nice looking game, I feel. Although the track a lot narrower than it is in real life. The tracks are they've taken a bit of creative freedom, should we say, with the creative liberties with the tracks here, and I'm not getting the braking zone for this. I'm not getting the braking zone for the first corner there very well at all. That was one of the problems in Australia, was I just couldn't get. It was the second, one of the last corners anyway. Couldn't get a good brake marker there. As the first time we have company on the track. It looks like for this qualifying session, or do we? Am I just making that up? I might have been making that up. It might have been. Yes, I think I have been making that up actually. Because we went through 12 laps of no, we do have company. Hello, gentlemen. Yes, we went through 12 laps of qualifying in Melbourne, and not a single other car did we come across. So there is 2 up there, 3 actually. Oh my goodness, we're having a party around the corners of Interlagos as we almost get ourselves into a spin there once again. That was close. That was Luca Bador there. Don't know if he was getting out of our way, but he certainly was in our way, as it was there. So look at Pedro into the Minardi there as we are struggling to keep ourselves travelling in a straight line. Where are we going to be here? Still in 8th, as that's better, as I almost hit a Sauber there. As look at Pedro, it's keeping up with as we have now hit the Sauber there. Who is it? It's Pedro Diniz. There's going to come round. That's going to be John Alesi, his teammate there. We might have clipped his front wheels there, but we are flying away from the Saubers and the Minardi there, trying to keep as much speed as we can in this first sector. The first sector's looking good for us actually. We're 8/10 better off than Ralf Schumacher, who still does hold that provisional pole for us. Is it Ralf Schumacher? I'm just now thinking, am I just assuming it's Ralf Schumacher? Something must have told me it was Ralf Schumacher. It could be Michael for all I know. I'm just making the Williams driver feel good about himself. As the middle sector at Interlagos is once again causing me problems, but it's always been, and I have lost a lot of time. And it is Ralf Schumacher. I knew I wasn't making it up as we come up, possibly to his brother here. Is that his brother or is that Eddie Irvine? Let's have a look here. It is a Ferrari of some description. It could be Michael Schumacher, how erratic he is and trying not to let me past him. Come on, out my way. Okay, yeah, that's a very fast Ferrari in front of us there. We're still in 8th position as we go round the inside of Eddie Irvine, the winner last time out. It would have been a dramatic last, it was a dramatic, not that we saw it, last lap overtake of David Coulthard, who led the whole race really, up until that point. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to come in after 6 and see where we are. If I can come, unless this is going to be a good lap. Not, I think it's going to be. There's Mika Hakkinen now has gone top of the standings, who defending world champion in real life and defending world champion in the holdover from the 2 series that we did. He won the world championship in heartbreaking fashion for us, as our gearbox failed. Our gearbox and our Tyrrell failed on the start line. Our championship fight lasted all of about 10 yards at Suzuka there, and he also won quite comfortably in the Damon series, as well as we almost have a wee spin there, another wee moment. This game is it's as soon as you go on it, very much like the Mansell and Rubens series. As soon as you go on the grass, you are almost putting yourself right into a spin. As I've turned far too early, and yes, that's not what we're looking for coming into the S's here. Oh, we've spun it. Excellent, well done. It's just almost take out Eddie Irvine. I'm trying to do a wee. There we go. We're almost overcooked. Well, I did overcook it there. Right, okay, we're facing the right way once again, and we're not taking out anybody in devastating fashion here. So let's just head down now to, is this turn 4? Yes, turn 4. After the long straight there, Ralf Schumacher's gone, taking back the top spot here. So he's currently on provisional pole, taking it back from the Flying Finn, as we are we're currently at Spinning German. As we get ourselves round this middle section here again, coming a cropper once again. This is where we did win with Ricardo Rossi here, but we bombed away in sectors 1 and 3, first and last sectors. As soon as we go into that middle section, that's where Eddie Irvine finished second that time. I'll remember that because he slammed into the side of us on one of the last that corner there on one of the last laps. So he's I was meant to go into the pits. Anyway, well, need to see where we are. Let's just slam on the anchors there. Maybe need to be slightly easier on the brakes. Don't want to go too deep because that doesn't set you up well for the S. as we're just going to go round the back of Eddie Irvine there, and that was a lovely move. If that was in the race, that would be very nice indeed. As we're going to pop ourselves into the corner there. We've run very wide, but we have somehow kept enough speed going that we're once again better than Ralf Schumacher in sector 1. It's here that we start to lose a lot of our time, as we almost spin there again, and we have spun, but it's not going to get us pointing in the right direction for the corner. That's possibly helped us. That could be very much Rossett-esque driving there, where you use the grass to your advantage there. I think we have lost a good bit of time here though, so that's very, very poor indeed. Where are we going to be here? As we come round into here, yeah, so I mean, we're losing 5-6 seconds at a time in that middle section, so even in the race that's not going to be good. Let's pull into the pits here and see what we're playing with time wise. 9th just now. Obviously there has been people setting laps. Is this the pit entry here? It is. So that's taken over there, so let's see what we've got. Buffer to the back and how close we are to the front. Yeah, it's very, very scrappy so far. So our best times are 1:18.2. So we are in amongst the midfield as we thought we would be. As some people have not set a proper time yet. We're falling back here. So where are we now? 15th. So what was that? 1:14 was the 1:14 was the best time there. Yeah, so Ralf Schumacher still setting the best time. Look at Pedro up there once again. So at one point he had the fastest lap in the Minardi in Melbourne before he had to retire the car. So he got everything out of there. And once again he is pulling everything he can out of that Minardi. He's currently in 6th. So well done, Luca Badoa. You have to respect the effort that he's putting in there. Is this the year that Luca Badoa gets a Formula 1 point? It's amazing to think that he performed better probably in Grand Prix for Minardi than he did for Ferrari, which, you know, that's a very, very, very strange sentence to even think about. Because let's be honest, even the worst Ferraris were better than the best Minardis. But look at Pedro, ahead of the game. He's a trendsetter. He really was. Obviously coming in not the best circumstances with Felipe Massa. I think Felipe Massa obviously would have preferred Luca Pedro wasn't in the Ferrari. But there we go. So we've kept a wee bit of time there. That's good. So we're only 2.9 back. Oh my goodness. That was almost in us in at the back of Pedro Diniz there, and I've been shaken for that. I was so shaken by having a good lap that I almost ran at the back of Pedro Diniz, and then I was so shaken by my life flashing before my eyes to avoid Pedro Diniz that we ruined what was potentially a very good lap there. But not to worry, we go again. So that does show that. If I could remember what I did there, that is not 100 metres to that corner. Once again, I've been foxed by, I think it might be the last Ajip, billboard there. So I have possibly ruined this lap on this go round by braking too early. I need to get myself round. I'm in the not that, not the car round. And I'm going the wrong way now. Not that type of round. Oh, I definitely ruined the lap now. How far back are we going to be? 13 seconds! That's not bad. I thought I'd wasted a bit more time there. So that's okay actually. So I'm not going to brake. I think the play here is not going to brake around here. Just lift off. And then just let the car go round. Take it round the corner with ease. I think putting the brakes on slightly better. Putting the brakes on does like that. It's ridiculous. So it just does come to a full and complete stop. We lost 5 seconds again there. So go us for the losing the 5 seconds in the middle sector. It's going to be a very long race. We could be holding a lot of people up in that middle sector, but and we've not really seen what we've got underneath the bonnet really with the Mugen Honda. Last Ajit, last Ajit's not going to work either. I'm around in 15th, so we're going to need to battle our way through the midfield once again, unless we can buck up our ideas a bit. I think it might be it might actually be the markers might be the turn, like actually the bit that tells you to turn. I think I might have cracked it here. So the actual no. I'm gonna crack this controller in a minute. Stop! Come on! I think right, okay, so I may have cracked this. It's got markers, as you can see coming up here. Is the marker to turn? Or telling you what kind of turn it is that's not actually on the track, that wouldn't actually be on the track itself. Is that the breaking point? That might be the breaking point. Although if this car spins any further, I'm going to be at breaking point. Right, let's try that then. Let's use them as a marker. That's going to go very much against how goes against everything really. So there's one there. There's the S. There's the thing for the S's. That's still a bit too early. Or did I just go a bit early? Possibly went a bit early there. As I've gone across the grass as well. We'll see how we get on here. Right, this is going to be one here as well. Slam on the anchors when you see the... So, ignore the 100. There's the hairpin. Turn off, slam on the anchors. Go past Rubens Barrichello. A bit close for comfort there. For another former Jordan driver. We're up on Ralf Schumacher. That might have because we took a wee run over the grass. As Barrichello's going to come back on us here, but we are chasing down a Sauber. Tried to go up the inside of the Sauber. Not happening. But we'll take a wee wider line here to try and do the undercut. It doesn't. They switch back. It doesn't quite work out as we get very, very close to the rear wing of the Sauber again. We have touched them. Oh, that was a bit naughty there. That must have been. Oh, I don't know who that would have been. That might have been Jean Alesi. A bit erratic on the brakes there, Mr. Alesi. I'm just going to give you a wee dunt back. Just to let you know that I'm here, just to let you know that will not be tolerated. We've had many a run-in with a Sauber driver over the years. Johnny Herbert, the main culprit. So John Alesi we could have. Well, depending how it goes, we could have a Pedro. The car is pulling to the left. Thank you for that. Whoever's in that Sauber, as you've just put me into the wall and put me into your side pod as well. We almost take out Rubens Barrichello. This is... the car's not turning right now. The car's just not handling right at all now. I use the thing. I don't even know why I'm trying. I want to try and catch up with the Sauber driver and punt him. Let's be honest, I'm furious now. He's broken my car, look at it spinning. Never does that. Well, thank you very much, whoever is in that Sauber. I will find you, and I will have very harsh words for you. We're going to come round here, we're going to be in 15th. At best, we're going to be 15th. Hopefully we can get a good start. Find a few places to begin with, and then it becomes just about. Well, I think we need to get as high up as we can in the first sector of the first lap, and then we will see how we get on, because we're going to hold people up when it comes to the middle sector, and I don't know how well we will catch people up when it comes to the last sector here. So we'll see how we go. That was a very, very difficult qualifying session. As we're going to find out where we are. We were 15th when we finished up. We're going to start 15th, which is which, whilst not ideal, isn't the worst outcome. So we will go to race. We will see how we get on. 7 laps. It's going to be around Interlagos. It's 10%. We are using for 10% distance. We're using for this. So we'll see how we get on. But we'll get a wee quick look at the starting grid. We get the intro here as well. So it's Schumacher starting in first as we go round the. There's Lucabador in 6th as well. Takagi and the Arrows in 7th as well. So it's a very, very mixed up grid here. Pedro de la Rosa is right behind us, guys. That could be dangerous. Pedro de la Brundle is alongside us at the start. He qualified in 16th. He's put his Arrows in 6th. He's not as good as his teammate. So we need to try and get away from him, and we don't. He's actually overtaking us on the line, so that's a bit of a disaster there. We get ourselves in, and that is somebody has hit. Is that Villeneuve has hit? No, it's not. It's a Prost. It was Jarno Trulli's hit the wall on the inside. As we're coming up the side of a Williams driver here, is that? I think that might be Alex. It must be Alex Zanardi, because Ralf Schumacher is away up the front. As we overtake Zanardi, we're behind a Stewart now. Is that it is, because there's the HSBC at the back. It is Rubens Barrichello. Again, another man previously of this patch. Don't move over! Oh, the AI in this game really love. They don't like to be off the racing line! And that is possibly our race run. Thank you, Rubens Barrichello. Jean Lacey's coming up behind us. He's somehow found himself in. Oh, what's happened to this car? Somebody's got already. The car is not responding. What is wrong with the car? Oh, come on! I don't know what happened there. That might have been what happened in. Olivier Panis has somehow managed to find himself at the front. Guys, get away from mad tails of woe. Ralf Schumacher's back down in 5th. Olivier Panis has found himself in 1st place. How has that happened? What has happened at the start that Olivier Panis in the Prost has found himself in 1st place? That team's last winner was Olivier Panis at the 1996 Monaco Grand Prix, back when it was called Ligier. Back in those days, the good old days. Car's not running after lap 1. It is Lucabador. He has run his car into the ground once again, because he has, by putting it in 6th, Lucabador is out of the Brazilian Grand Prix, and we are probably as good as out. There's another car out as well. We are probably as good as out back here. Whatever issues we had have put us in a awful position here. I blame Rubens Barrichello. Wasn't Pedro de la Rosa's fault this time, although he did almost run into us. But we need to be. That's something we've got to be very wary of. If we are trying to overtake, we need to stay well away from the racing line, because these guys will find it. The AI in this game will find the racing line no matter what. So we need to try and get this done before we get to the racing line here. There it is. So we'll pass Jean Lacey there, with not too much difficulty. So we're up to 19th, and somebody else. They're dropping like flies now. We're up to 18th as it is now. This keeps happening. If we keep losing drivers at this rate, we might stand a chance of getting a point as we go past Jarno Trulli there. Again, trying to find the racing line no matter what. Hakkinen is overtaking Panis into 2nd place. Wirtz is up in the Benetton, and Takagi's now looking at a point. He is up there as well in 6th place. He's currently taking the last point as we try our best to put ourselves out of the race ourselves. Jarno Trulli's coming up behind us in the Prost. We slam on the anchors to get round. We're chasing down Alex Zanardi. No, that's one of the BARs actually. That's one of the zipper BAR. It's Ricardo Zonta will pass as his teammate Jacques Villeneuve has just set the fastest lap of the race. Barrichello's out. That's what he gets for ruining our race. And Michael Schumacher is out as well. Is that his 2nd retirement? He was one of the first out in Melbourne. So Michael Schumacher, 2 races into the season, has yet to go the distance in a race. So Mika Hakkinen
and McLaren will be delighted with that. Ferrari less so, as we're passed by Marc Genet there in his Minardi, because as we try to stop another spin. We're trying to get past them here. We should hopefully be able to do it. If we can't get it done just now, we will get it done before the end of the lap. I'm confident of that. But this game is very punishing if you go into the grass and if you are trying to overtake somebody and then trying to go on the racing line. The AI is very, very erratic. Ralf Schumacher has somehow found himself back in first place. Toru Takagi has overtaken Eddie Irvine and Alex Wurz. He's now in fourth place. Olivier Panis is going to find himself on the podium as we get ourselves back up to 14th. So we're now one position better off than when we started. So that's good for us, as Johnny Herbert's trying to have a wee look up our inside, as we're trying to have a better look at the tyre barrier. That's Marc Genet actually. So where did Johnny Herbert go? He out? We've got 18 drivers left. Johnny Herbert might have left us. That was Marc Genet coming up at the inside there, unless he'd overtaken Johnny Herbert before. As we go round turn 4, that's Alex Zanardi there, in the Williams, the team that we have just left. Alex Zanardi took our place, or one of our places. Zanardi breaks very early there. IndyCar legend Alex Zanardi. I wonder if that's going to just an all-round legend, Alex Zanardi. It's like IndyCar legend, Paralympic legend. So we're trying to pass him here, as we do eventually power past Alex Zanardi. That's potential. That could be a very good. That could be a potential story in itself, and a different playthrough. Alex Zanardi at Williams, as we're now chasing down our teammate here. The distinctive yellow livery of the Jordan. Get ourselves up to 13th place on that last lap by passing Alex Zanardi. Another 2 places potentially here as we run round the side of Damon Hill there. No love lost between these two. Heinz-Harald Frentzen took Damon Hill's job at the end of 1996 even, after he won the World Championship, as we passed Pedro Nines with ease there into turn 4. And lost another driver, and it's Pedro de la Rosa. Oh, here we go. We can get ourselves in the top 10 by overtaking Pedro de la Brundle. Oh, as we run a bit wide there though, so please don't spin round. Right, we need to get our head back in the game. We were too excited there. I think that's thingy. De la Rosa's in my head. He's caused another spin there, but just by purely being in front of us on the track. He's living rent-free in Heinz-Harald Frentzen's mind right now. So next target is once again Pedro Diniz. That should be relatively easy, if not this by the final corner. Oh yeah, we have got him in the final corner. So there's Pedro Diniz there. Can we get him before turn 1? That looks as if it might be a bit ambitious, but we might get him if we can get enough ground made up. We could get him on the first straight after the S's. Hakkinen is in front from Schumacher and Wurz as we head across the line for lap number 6 here. We want to try and get round the corner. I think that's the best we've taken that first corner so far. There's a couple of cars in front of us now, so we could get ourselves comfortably in the top 10, and that would be something to build on for the coming races. It is Imola next time out. Checked the schedule before this race. Perhaps cars not running. It is Johnny Herbert was one of the cars that fell away, as did Jean Alesi eventually. He'd been running at the back of his car. His car hasn't been his friend this weekend. As we're chasing down David Coulthard, so this could be a nice marker for us to put down. Can we show that we can mix it with the big boys, is what I'm trying to get out there by showing McLaren that we are here. So we've done well to come back. We were at 1 point second last. Only Jean Alesi was in front of us. As Pedro de la Rosa hits us, there you go. There is our love tap from Pedro for the race. So we were at 1 point 21st, and we're now up to 9th. So it does show that the car has got a bit about it if we can keep it on the tarmac and facing the right way. So let's see what we can do. 9th, though I think the points are possibly out of the equation here. DC's trying to get back on us. There's Eddie Irvine is still trailing Takagi and Panis. Panis has been all over the place in this race. At one point he was winning. Then he's now down in 5th as DC's going to try and take us on the inside, I think. But we've defended that well. We are in the final lap. We are running in 9th, as this looks like it's potentially another Sauber in front of us. Let's just stay away from them because we were getting on the racing line there and we were behind them, so that was a punting opportunity there for Giancarlo Fisichella. Future of this parish! As I run very wide there. Let's try and... Oh, that's not a Sauber actually. Giancarlo Fisichella is racing for Benetton at this time. It's the light blue of Benetton that you can see there. So position, the 8th place driver was there as well, so we could get up in a point scoring system yet to be implemented. We could get ourselves up, could potentially get a future, well, Giancarlo Fisichella actually is in 8th place, so we could get ourselves a future points playing position here. Is 7th out of the question? Let's see how close we can get to the 7th, to Jacques Villeneuve. 2 seconds, yeah, that's probably, well, there he's there. In fact, there's 6th place there as well. Is a point on the cards here. Come on, let's go. Ralf Schumacher has taken the victory. He's had a last lap overtake somewhere. Are we going to get a point? Jacques Villeneuve is coming up behind us quickly. I think a point is going to be out the question here, but we're going to finish in 7th. Oh, are we? Oh yes, we are just about. So a 7th place finish from 15th on the grid, then down to 21st. Toru Takagi has got a podium. Unbelievable drive from Takagi there. That's what a race this was. Herbert, Schumacher, Alesi, Barrichello and Bador don't finish, but that is unbelievable. Toru Takagi has found himself on the podium. We have found ourselves 7th. How far behind? I didn't notice that. How far behind 6th did we finish? 4 seconds. So yeah, I mean, another couple of laps we possibly could have got ourselves a point. But there's a lot to take from this. I'm quite happy with that. Eddie Irvine is still top of the standings. That point was very crucial. As Mika Hakkinen, he finished outside the points last time. He didn't win. Ralf Schumacher won this time out, so we got 10th. So Mika Hakkinen with his 2nd place in Melbourne and his 4th place here takes his total for the season up to 10 as well. 1 point behind Eddie Irvine. DC's there. Then you have Alex Wurz, Toru Takagi with that excellent 3rd place. Panis, Trulli, Diniz are the point scorers. But I'm very confident that we could get something from this, because that turned out to be, other than the first lap, that turned out to be a very, very good race for us. The Constructors' Championship, also as important as the World Drivers. You have McLaren on 16, Ferrari on 11, Williams on 10, on a comeback trail after a disastrous 1998. Benetton, Arrows, Prost and Sauber. So an Arrows podium in 1999. There should have been a race win for Damon in 1997, but an Arrows podium in 1999 is unbelievable. So congratulations to Toru Takagi for that. As we head, as you can see, to Imola next time out. If you've enjoyed this one, I would be very greatly appreciated if you could like the video, and if you want to see more from this and anything else we've got coming up on the channel, please subscribe as well. It would be greatly appreciated also. But until next time, until Imola for Jordan's Lost Championship, thank you all for watching to this point. As I say, that's greatly appreciated, and I'll see you in the next one.